Former President Donald Trump was on with Sean last night, and Sean asked a bunch of great questions, but here is something particularly germane to what we're talking about, and that is, does former President Trump care if Joe Biden is not the guy who's the nominee? Watch.
It looks to me like he may very well stay in. He's got an ego, and he doesn't want to quit. He doesn't want to do that. It just looks to me like that's what he wants. I think Jill would like to see him stay. She's having a good time. We prepared for him, but I don't think it's going to matter. We had a great 4 years. Our border was the strongest ever. Our economy pre-COVID was incredible, the best ever. Took out the worst terrorists in the world and defeated ISIS. That was a big thing. I was told it would take 5 years, and it took us a couple of months. We're heading into World War III, in my opinion, with this man semi-running things, because he's not running things.
What do you make of all the talk that if Biden steps aside or is pushed out, that it would be Vice President Harris?
I think that it will be her. I think they are very concerned about the vote if it's not her. They are very, very, they're gun shy. They don't want to do it any other way. I've actually come to believe that's what they're going to do. I think she's an ineffective person.
So, welcome back. It's a new day. We thank the good Lord it's a new day. Thank God it's a new day. So good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. It's me, WG, on our Channel 1 Life, many seasons. President Trump got me there for a second. The way he was talking about Jill, I almost wanted to say it was going to be Jill. And at this point, I'm just expecting the unexpected. So let's just continue listening to this, and then please put your comments in the comment section below, and let's just follow this. This is just getting so chaotic. Too chaotic for me.
Ainsley, while you were on vacation, I think Steve and I decided we were going to do a bet.
I heard about this yesterday.
If he was going to stay in or not, and I still have the same view as the former president does as well, and it's clear why the former president, he's the easiest person to beat as well. But it doesn't look like Joe Biden is going anywhere. I mean, last week we were talking about the 25 House Democrats that were supposed to go on record and say, hey, we want him out. There's only 6 or 8 of them now that are willing to go. We hear about meetings in the Senate that they're supposed to have this big conference call and that they're going to rally together, get them out. Meetings are canceled. The Democratic Party has a hold on how they do things, and it's run from the top. And if Joe doesn't want to go, he's not going to go. And I think the concerning thing for Americans now is that Jill Biden, it looks like she's assisting him with this plan. Hunter Biden is now in meetings. Why in the hell is he there? A convicted felon. How do you go on the debate stage and look at your opponent and say, you're a felon, and then have your son, who's a felon, in these meetings? That argument is dead now. Here's Jill Biden making the case. She says that he's in it to win it. Watch.
Joe has made it clear that he's all in. That's the decision that he's made.
She almost sounds like she's running for president, the office of the president. Not even Joe. Like, at this point, honestly, I think Joe doesn't even know if Joe is in it or running. It almost feels like Jill is the one running for the office. I mean, look at the passion. President Trump got me there for a second when he started talking about Jill. And quite frankly, I've had those thoughts before. I'm just being open and honest. And it's no different when they try to push Michelle. Is that like a thing now? That once your husband runs, you automatically are in a position to run for the office of the president, which in my case is not how it should be, right? You have to be qualified. Like, what does Michelle Obama know? What experience does she have to be thinking other than sentiments? She's a woman. She's a black woman. I'd rather even pick Kamala, as much as I don't really think she's competent. I think she's better positioned than Michelle Obama. That's my humble opinion. Anyway, let's just keep listening to what Jill has to say, because now I don't even know. Because honestly, I will not be shocked if they push Jill Biden to replace Joe Biden.
And just as he has always supported my career, I am all in too. As Commander-in-Chief, President Biden wakes up every morning ready to work for you. That's what this election is all about. You.
That's not true. Stop making it seem like you don't have anything to get from it. You are enjoying the White House. And quite frankly, you don't want to leave. And if Biden was doing such a good job, honestly, everyone will rally around Biden. Republicans, Democrats, independents like myself. The problem is not the age. The problem is the fact that he's not doing a good job. And you guys are trying to force him in. You keep pushing him. And like I said in a prior video that I reacted to, I don't think, personally, as much as I believe Biden is a decent man. I don't have a problem with President Biden. I think he's a really decent man. But I think he was actually forced. He was coined into running for this office because other people wanted to use him to get what they wanted to get. And I think that's what's going on. So I don't believe anything Jill is saying right now. She's not believable. Look at that picture. Let's see that for a second. She looks like a mean person. I don't know. Like, I'm going to get what I want regardless of what you think, what you say. I am going to do what I want to do. Good Lord.
For all the talk out there about this race, Joe has made it clear that he's all in.
Why can't Joe speak for himself? Why do you have to speak for him? We don't want a president who the wife is speaking for him. We want him to speak for himself and the people. He's representing Americans. He's the president. We don't need you speaking for him. You're not his voice. You're not his VP. He can do it himself. The fact that this is happening is another indication that Joe Biden is no longer fit. He's done his 2 terms as vice president. You were with him. He's done his 1 term as a president. You were with him. Now it's time to go. Let somebody else handle the job. Joe Biden has gotten older. He can just take a bow out and relax and enjoy the rest of his life. Not to be stressed out with all of the stuff that he really doesn't have no business dealing with, because you people around him are too selfish to consider him and his well-being. All you care about is yourself, your status, and what you want to get out of it.
Yeah, she said he supported my career, so I'm going to support him. If he's all in, I'm all in. And she's on the campaign trail. She's very ambitious. Yesterday alone, she was in North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. And Kevin McCarthy was interviewed about what is he seeing? What is he seeing behind the scenes? And he said she's actually the one who calls the shots. Listen.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Jill calls the shot. I am not shocked. Believe me, I've seen this a long time ago, and I used to think about it, that I just hope she's not planning on replacing Joe Biden. The passion is just too much for just being a support or a supporter. Seems like someone who's trying to get something taken away from somebody else. Let's find out.
Jill out there, she's a hard campaigner. I will tell you, it's much different of why I know that they're going to stay in this race. Jill doesn't want to leave either. Many times when we had meetings in the Oval Office, Jill was there as well. Many times, I don't think she's there for policy. I think she's there to give him comfort and direct the meetings.
It was very telling at that in that soundbite we just played.
Sorry, guys, but if she's there to direct the meetings. Direct what meetings? What's the first lady doing directing meetings that the president needs to be directing?
play with her. She said, Joe's all in, and so am I, because there are many who feel that because the president appears infirmed or needs stage direction, she's essentially the stage manager.
Maybe it's more
for
like
America.
I'm all in, and therefore he's in.
Well, no, she says I'm all in. Here's the thing: they are fighting for their life.
Did you catch what I can remember her name just said? And I think that's what it is. It's not because Joe is in, I'm in. It's because I'm all in, and because I'm all in, that's Jill. Joe is in. So she's really doing it for herself, not for Joe. We're paying attention to what they're saying, and we can see what's going on.
But rather than him being out because he can't, she's out. That's why she's barnstorming. That's why she was in 3 states yesterday, because they have made it clear they are not going to leave the White House without a fight. And Joe has warned people close to him, according to Axios.
All of a sudden, they don't want to leave without a fight. And now they blame, and they talked about President Trump when he was trying to. The White House, it's a beautiful place. We all see it. And once you've tasted something like that, it's very, very, very difficult to let go of. Very difficult to let go of power, privileges, rights, enjoyments. I mean, the list goes on and on. So all of a sudden, we're hearing Jill is saying, we're not going to leave without a fight. But I'll say this. If you've done such a good job, if Biden has done such a good job, you wouldn't have to fight, believe me. Your work, your good works will fight for you. Everybody will get behind Biden, believe me. As an independent, you wouldn't have to ask me. I don't need your campaign if I can see the good works. Unfortunately, I can't see it. And on top of that, it doesn't even matter how you campaign. I can see what's going on. Biden needs to let go. And I think it's time for the next generation and the next person to come in.
He's staying in, but that is not a sure thing, because he knows that if the Democratic leaders, or the elites, as he referred to them yesterday, if they say, Joe, we can't raise money anymore, Hollywood says you got to go, the pundits say you got to go, all these Democrats in unsafe for Democrat congressional districts say you got to go, he's got to go. But Donald Trump was hit the nail on the head. It's about ego. And it's not just
Absolutely.
Joe Biden's ego, it's Jill Biden's. But can we just...
I totally agree. It's more Jill than Biden. Biden is tired. Joe Biden is tired. He's really accomplished a lot of things. Kudos to President Biden. You've done your part. We can see what you're capable of. It's just not enough for the American people. It's just not enough for the world, the global stage. We need somebody more vibrant, sharper, can get things done, can move quickly, can react to things quickly. Joe Biden, you've done your time. Two-term VP, one-term president. I think that's good enough. How many more accolades do you need, President Biden, at this age? We've seen enough of what you can do. I don't think it could get any better. As a matter of fact, it's probably going to get worse. So it's time to let it go.
Let's talk about that, because, we were told in the past administration about norms and customs. Did you hear about Melania in the Oval Office with meetings? Did you hear about Michelle Obama in the Oval Office? Did you hear about Laura Bush? I mean, maybe we heard about Hillary Clinton. Absolutely not. Maybe she would have discovered some things if she was in the Oval Office. There has never been a time where the First Lady is directing things within inside of the Oval Office, and it's just sad. And Fox and Friends First had a guest on that was talking about this. At what point does it become elder abuse? It's clear he doesn't know certain things are happening.
Something that I noticed when she was walking from the coffee shop to the car, when she was out on the campaign trail yesterday, a reporter, a female reporter, we couldn't see her face, was yelling, saying, "What do you think about these House Democrats calling for your husband to drop out?" And she didn't answer, and she's walking to the car, and then she finally turns to the reporters, who scream questions at them all the time. I've never seen this reaction from her. She says, "Why are you screaming at me? You know me. Don't scream at me. Let me talk." But then she didn't talk.
Right.
Here she is telling the reporters this. But it's very telling to me. She didn't answer the question, but it's very telling. She normally doesn't stop and talk to the reporters, but to me, it seemed like she is so tired of everyone asking her and putting pressure on her that in that moment, she turned to them and she just snapped in a way.
Well, listen, I think ultimately...
Yeah, because people want to know. We need answers. You're not answering the question. We don't know what's going on. We have decisions to make. We have but a few months before elections, and people want to make decisions. You cannot be concealing answers from people. I don't know. We put these people into office, and all of a sudden they can't act right. People voted you in. It wasn't automatic. So the people are asking questions. You got to answer the questions.
For the Bidens, it is an existential threat to their survival, because I think Joe thinks, as well as he can, that if he's not president, he can't protect his family.
Exactly.
And he knows.
We know that.
Well, you know what? He knows, and we've heard this from the Hunter team, that they feel like Republicans, if they could, would go after Hunter. And that's why he wanted that immunity deal.
They probably worry. He's done politics his entire life.
I think Joe worries about his whole family and the peril they could be in if Donald Trump and Republicans.
Joe is not the only one worried about his family. Everybody's worried about our family. Okay, that's why this is a very, very important election. We all worried about our family. Economy is not doing well. The border is a mess. Security, crime rate is so high. Americans don't feel taken care of. It's a mess. We're all concerned about our family. Joe is not the only one, so he better not complain, or neither should Jill complain about questions being asked. We need answers. That's what this is all about. We voted you into office to do a job, not to pick and choose what you want to answer. That we could care less about that. It's about doing the job you were voted into office to do. And if you're not doing it, if we have questions for you, you better answer the question. If you don't answer the question, you gone.
Republicans return to power in the administration. And so it's like, I'm not going to listen to anybody, because I'm doing this not for America, but for my family.
Well, he's already said that it's not about winning. He just wanted to do the best that he can. I mean, I've never heard a political candidate say, I just want to do the best. This is stuff we tell our children. Just do your best. Not for the presidency, though. I mean,
I was shocked by that answer, too. Instead, his answer should have been, I am going to win.
Right.
I'm not worried about not winning.
Right.
So anyway, we're going to be discussing this throughout this Tuesday morning.
Well. There you have it. Like I said when the video started at the beginning, I was thinking President Trump got me there for a second when I was trying to listen to his prediction. But it kind of almost made sense afterwards, because then I started feeling, you know what? Maybe that's not too far off. I thought President Trump was going to say Jill Biden, and all of a sudden he goes with Kamala. But then going through all the video from Fox News, it almost seems like he may very well be Jill. Who knows at this point? We don't know until we know. Thanks for stopping by. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be coming back with more pieces. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. You know how we like to close this out? Just like to remind ourselves that we do this to have fun in a healthy fashion as we spread positivity into this chaotic world. You, me, us, doing it together. And more importantly, we like to remind ourselves that we always remember that we got one life, we many seasons. So let's make the best of it. God bless you, and I'll see you soon. You take care now. Bye-bye.